Hello, Durud and Shalom. Guys, what the hell is happening? Is this real? Is this real? I cannot believe my eyes. This is, guys, many things that we have said on this channel ended up being true, but I did not see this coming. Israel just bombed Qatar. Qatar, a major US ally. Is this for real? Like, am I awake? This is, guys, there are no red lines. There are no red lines. If you come after Israel, Israel will come for you. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're in Doha. It doesn't matter if you're in the depths of hell. Israel will come for you, and eventually they will eliminate you. I told you guys that. Again, I didn't see Israel going to Qatar and bombing Qatar. I didn't see that. But I did tell you guys that Israel has proven throughout its history that wherever you are, if you hurt Israelis, Israel will eventually find you and eliminate you. Here it is. Are you kidding? Doha bombing Doha. How is that? How is it? Was US, did Trump greenlit this? Were they involved? Did they know about this? Did they allow, like, what the hell? Qatar, they bombed Qatar. Guys, it's hard. Qatar is one of US's major allies. Guys, you guys understand what a major nightmare this is for the axis of resistance? There is no safe place. There is no safe space. There is nowhere. Guys, Doha was the only place they had left that they thought that nothing will ever happen to them. They were so sure that nothing. They assumed that Israel will never come after us in Doha because this is Doha. This is an United States ally. Holy shit, look at this. They attacked. Hold on, let's actually watch the video. Guys, are you shocked? Yeah, Jack is saying this is both Israel and it's real. I did not. Jewish Samantha is saying I did not see this coming either. I did not see this coming. This is unbelievable, guys. I was on the Persian channel. The Iranians were so happy. The Iranians were so happy on the Persian channel because this means that Israel is not going to stop. Israel is not going to stop until they come for everybody that was responsible for October 7th. Everybody, including Khamenei. This means that the regime for the Iranian people, when you guys, okay, let's watch this actually. What the hell? Hold on. Let me actually say this before we watch this, okay? If Israel doesn't even give a shit about all the international pressure regarding bombing a major US ally, then that means that they have no chills. They have no fucks to give. Everybody will be eliminated and they will go to the ends of the world to finalize the elimination of all their enemies. That means the entire axis of resistance is going to collapse at some point. That means that the Iranian people are now more sure because after the 12-day war, so many Iranian people were losing hope because they thought that Israel might kill Khamenei and they didn't. So they thought that is Israel going to finish the job or not? But today, with this attack in Doha, a lot of Iranian people have now renewed hopes because now they're more convinced that Israel is going to finish the job. So let's watch this. With some of the footage of the explosions, and then we're going to see some news coverage of what just happened. Hold on, what is the audio?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Sana hindi pumami yung kotse. Oh my god!
Wait, let's look at this one. This is Emily Schrader saying footage of the strikes on Hamas villa in Qatar targeting senior leadership. So let's watch this one. Let me actually retweet. Emily's tweets posts are always worth reposting. So wait, this one has no audio. Let's watch this. Ooh, nice, guys. So there's conflicting reports on who died and who didn't die. I don't know, guys. I don't know which Hamas leaders died or if any of them died because I'm getting conflicting reports. But the point that's beside the point. The main point is that they bombed Qatar. They bombed a major U.S. ally. Holy crap. Holy crap. We got 2 super chats. Hold on. So Gene is saying, woohoo! Thank you, Gene, for the support, the super chat. And Shauna saying, I'm Israel Kai. Yes, I'm Israel Kai, motherfuckers. Look at this. Israel's coming for you. Guys, where are the free Palestine people? Hey, where are the free Palestine? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's see if where your chance gets you. What is that going to do for you now? So Shauna is saying, I'm Israel Khan. Epic, people think U.S. Greenland. Yes, I don't know if. So right now, the White House hasn't responded yet. There are some reports that U.S. has greenlit it. We have to see if the White House does. If the White House, here's the thing. If actually it's actually true that the White House has greenlit this, and if or even if they haven't, if the reaction to it is positive by Trump, then that means that all the chains on Israel have been broken. Israel is unleashed. Israel has no limitations. The United States is not going to stand in the way anymore. That means that, guys, I told you. Let's see if I'm right, okay? Because I told you the isolationist wing of MAGA is pissing off Trump. Did I not tell you regarding their first they started with attacking Trump regarding the attack on Fordo, and then they started attacking Trump regarding Epstein. I don't care what your opinions about that are. That's beside the point. The thing is that Trump was getting, and these people are idiots. They don't realize that the way that you get Trump to do what you want is that you tickle his balls. You tickle his balls. You don't go attacking him. Okay, you never attack. If you attack Trump, you're not going to change his behavior in your favor. He's going to go the opposite direction. So we saw with Putin, he became more aggressive. He went more in the direction of the neocons, and then he's now attacking Venezuela, apparently. I don't know, right? But now he seems to be like completely, he changed the name of the Ministry of Defense to the Ministry of War. I don't know how is it going to work on that Nobel Peace Prize with all of this stuff. But again, the MAGA isolationists, you lost Trump with all your attacks on him, and now he's got fully on the other side. I don't know, backfire. Your strategy backfired. So and now this. Is Qatar going to get back their plane? They gifted the plane. They gave him a plane. I mean, when Trump was in Qatar, they almost made love. They were in love with each other. They had an orgy. They had all the Arab leaders, and Trump was in the middle, and they were having an orgy. They were so much in love with each other. And the Qataris gave the largest gift anybody has given anybody in the history of giving gifts in the world. And it was such a big gift that it was even expensive for the Qataris. It hurt. It was really expensive. They gave it to Trump. Are they going to get that back? Are they going to get their plane back? I don't know. Well, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This is, so I don't know. Here's the thing. They say that all of these people are dead. I don't know. Are they dead? Because I'm getting conflicting reports. I think this guy might be dead, and I think this guy might be dead. I don't know about these three. Some people are saying nobody's dead. I don't know. Guys, even if nobody's dead, we'll see. But even if nobody's dead, the fact is that they bombed Qatar. Israel bombed Qatar. Did you guys ever think that you will wake up to the news that Israel bombed Qatar? That was not on my bingo card. That was not. Am I awake? Is this real? I don't know. This is so unreal. There are no red lines. Remember, guys, when Israel attacked, killed Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran? I mean, justifiably, people were saying, like, yeah, of course Ismail Haniyeh has to go to Tehran. Israel would never attack any Hamas members in Doha. The only chance that they had to kill Ismail Haniyeh, it was for him to leave Qatar and come to Tehran. And that was a gift that they gave to Israel so that it was reachable, because obviously you don't want to piss off a U.S. ally. Well, they did now. They did. And Qatar seems very pissed off. I don't know if they're actually pissed off. We'll see. Because, oh, really? Sean was saying, no, I don't know. Is this true? I have to verify this. Sean is saying, Tusi reported that Qatar is demanding the plane back because U.S. won't condemn Israel. I, well, are you sure he wasn't joking? That doesn't seem. Because I've seen only one reaction right now from. I think he was joking. I think that was a joke. Okay, because I've seen. Oh, here's another footage. So these two people seem to be dead. Oh my god, this Mashal guy. We hate this guy. This guy. Oh my god, this guy. This guy. I hope he's dead. I hope he's dead. I know that guy. But hold on. Let's watch this video. So this is the explosion from far away. Boom, boom, motherfuckers. Boom, boom. More cutlets. Oh my god, we were waiting. Like, guys, it has been a while since Israel cooked us some cutlets. Look at this. These are these motherfuckers. Remember what they said. Remember that they said that they were gonna do more October 7th until Israel is annihilated. Well, you're annihilated now, motherfucker. Watch this. Watch this.
إسرائيل دولة لا مقام لها على أرضنا. إحنا الدولة.
Oh, it's Arabic. Yeah, blah, yada yada yada. He basically says we will repeat October 7th like massacres until Israel is annihilated. Ha! We'll see about that. Israel lives, motherfuckers. I'm Israel Chai, motherfuckers. I'm Israel Chai, motherfuckers. What are you gonna do now? Let's actually see. Oh, guys, let's actually watch what Fox News said about this, and then let's watch what Al Jazeera said about this. How about that? Do you guys want to see what Al Jazeera said about this? Because Al Jazeera is reporting from Qatar, from Doha itself, and let's see the difference between the reporting of these news outlets. Okay. Wow, this guy's shocked. Look at the guy on the left. Okay, so let's see. Yes, yeah, I'm Israel Chai forever. Yes, let's watch this.
So we've got breaking news from the Middle East, and this is significant. Moments ago,
You guys have the audio, right? You guys have the audio? It's good?
So we've got breaking news from the Middle East, and this is significant. Moments ago, the Israeli military saying that it conducted a strike against senior Hamas leadership. Multiple explosions reported, not in Gaza, but in the capital city of Doha in Qatar. In Tel Aviv, Greg Palcott's watching that story. And Greg, it's early. What have you learned from there? Hello.
Well, Bill, this war just stepped up by one more step. In the past half hour or so, we have gotten reports that for the very first time, Israel has struck Doha, Qatar.
Guys, Qatar is not used to this shit. They're not used to this. Guys, do you know why the UAE and Qatar, they're so rich? Because the Middle East is filled with gas and oil. And the Middle East is also filled with war. That means all that oil and gas money has to go to those really few little places where you don't have instability, and the Sharia laws are not like to the max, right? This is the reason why Saudi Arabia is trying to chill it down on Sharia, because there's two things that scares away capital. One is Sharia and the other one is war, and they're usually related, okay? And that's why Qatar and the UAE were benefiting from all the oil and gas money around the Middle East was basically running away from everywhere else and going to these places. And also Saudi Arabia is now going chilling out on Sharia to be able to attract more capital. So war scares a bit capital away really fast, except for Israel. Israel's market is doing really well right now, and it has been doing really well since October 7th. Guys, ask yourself this. A very important question for everybody. Let me see if you understand how this works. Why is it that wherever you have war, capital runs away? Like capital is really, really afraid of investments. As soon as they hear boom, boom, they just boom, they disappear, right? They go away. They run away. Okay. Why is it that it doesn't work like that for Israel? Why is it that when Israel picked up its war against its enemies, the Israel stock market is going up, and it's going up even now today because of all of this? Why? Think about it. I will answer you. But the point, think about it, answer me, and then by the way, there's a lot of Iranians in the chat celebrating this. Thank you guys for being here and showing to the Israelis in the chat how much Iranians support Israel. But Doha is not used to this shit. They never had, I mean, last time they had the Islamic Republic bombing them, but that was like tiny little bit, nothing much happened. But this is like a new territory. Like literally, this is a nightmare for Doha. Their entire existence is based on absorbing capital from the rest of the world, and now they have war on their territory. This is an absolute disaster. Okay. Oh, we got a super chat. Let me respond to this. Reincarnation Entertainment is saying God knows he does X and never. Oh, this is a God related topic. Okay, so I'm not going to read that because it's a God related topic, because we need to. Oh, like and subscribe. Okay, I'll read the last related part, which is related. Saying like and subscribe, Atheist Republic. Thank you, Reincarnation Entertainment. I appreciate that. But let's try to keep it on topic. Okay, so let's go with this, and I'm gonna look at your answers regarding why Israel actually is benefiting from war when it comes to a stock market. Okay, let me see if you guys are informed or not. Okay, I'm gonna look at the chat while we play this as well.
Aiming at the Hamas leadership there. Remember, Qatar.
Yeah, somebody saying, Armin, the Qataris probably knew about the attack. Again, yeah, maybe they're condemning it. We will look at their statements, but we don't know. Okay, we don't know. Maybe it's possible. It's possible, but don't say probable. Say possible. Okay, this might be an act. We don't know. Maybe Qatar is happy to get rid of Hamas in its territory, but without evidence, we're going to assume that they're actually pissed right now, because they're saying that they're pissed.
Is one of the two mediating countries, Qatar and Egypt, trying to come up with an end to this war. And now Israel has struck out at the country, but not the country itself, struck out at Hamas leadership, which away from Gaza uses Qatar as a base of operation. And according to Israeli television, and we do not have this confirmed, but Israeli media claims that 5 of the top leaders of Hamas at their headquarters was targeted by an Israeli, an IDF airstrike, and they were killed. Again, no.
So Israel is saying they were killed. Hamas is saying they're all fine. We'll see what happens.
Confirmation of this, but it's quite a blow. I mean, they justify it in their own statement, saying that these individuals were for years.
So, guys, I'm not sure if they're dead or not. We have to wait to get this confirmation. But the point is that even if they're not dead, the fact is that Israel just bombed Qatar, and that's a new escalation in everything.
Members of the leadership.
Yeah, I know. Hamas says that they weren't dead. So we have to see what happens.
Leading the terror operations, directly responsible for, in the words of Israel, the brutal October 7th, the massacre, and have been orchestrating and managing the war against the state of Israel. But Bill, I mean, we have to also understand it's these individuals that are involved in negotiations to try to end the war that they are talking to.
No, bullshit. The negotiations is not going to get you anywhere. The negotiations are about guys, this is fucking bullshit. The negotiations between Hamas and Israel are not about ending the war. They're about getting ceasefire so that Hamas could recover and then continue the war. So Israel is not going like, oh no, how is Israel going to negotiate with Hamas so that we could have a ceasefire? We don't need a ceasefire. We need to finish the job with Hamas. We don't need a ceasefire.
The other side, they are talking to the United States. They are in a safe country specifically for that reason. We have a note from Trey Yingst, who spoke to the officials in Qatar, and they condemn in the strongest terms the cowardly Israeli attack. That's their word.
Yeah, so this is Qatar's official position right now. The cowardly Israeli attack. Really cowardly. This was the bravest thing I've ever seen. Nobody saw this coming. Even the greatest so-called war hawks did not assume that Israel is just going to go and bomb Qatar. So how is this cowardly? This is absolutely brave. This is basically breaking of all taboos. How is this cowardly? You know what's cowardly? Giving refuge to Hamas and then funding Hamas Qatar. By the way, if anybody says like, but what about international law? What about violating the sovereignty of the country Qatar? Shut the fuck up. Qatar declared war on Israel when they funded Hamas and harbored basically the Hamas leaders. That's a declaration of war against Israel. This is a response. Okay, so we got 2 super chats. Let me respond to this. Oh, Kenny just gifted 5 memberships to people in the chat. Thank you, Kenny. And Ginga says, breaking news, Hamas say they are winning. Thank you, Ginga. I appreciate that. Yes. The victory of anus over the sword in Islam.
words quoted by Trey from Qatar. The ministry affirms security agencies, civil defense, and authorities will immediately begin to respond. So Qatar, as you can imagine, not too pleased by this. Hamas, not too pleased by this. Of course, this comes, Bill, at a very crucial time. There is yet another proposal for a ceasefire, a hostage handover, Palestinian prisoner exchange coming from the Trump administration. And this has got to put paid to that right now, Bill.
Okay, so
But Trump was warning Hamas. I don't know if this is in line with Trump's recent warning to Hamas. Remember, guys? Is that what Trump was talking about? Remember, Trump just recently came out and said, "Hey, Hamas, this is your last warning. Something bad is going to happen." You know, remember that, guys? Remember that? Is this what he was talking about? And if this is what he was talking about, does that mean he greenlit this? Guys, do you understand that if Trump greenlit this attack, that means that Khamenei's days are numbered? That means that this is the end for the axis of resistance? That means that Israel is unleashed? That means that there's no limitations now to it, because the only limitations to Israel was Trump. That was the limitation. So now there is no limitation. Hold on, let me actually check all messages. Okay, let's continue.
Greg, stand by with us in Tel Aviv. Trey Yingst joins us live. He's covering the war in Ukraine, live in the capital city of Kyiv. And Trey, the thing that's critical about the leadership for Hamas operating out of Qatar and not Gaza City is that they were living big lives. And that's really been one of the backstories on this war ever since Israel went back into Gaza. Your reaction now and what it could mean for this war, if indeed they have been taken out in Doha today.
Yeah, Bill, Fox News can confirm that the Israelis were behind these strikes targeting the Qatari capital of Doha, specifically the Hamas leadership, Khalil Ali and Zahir Jabarin. We're talking about 2 out of 5 of the top Hamas leaders that are currently in Doha. And I want to take you through the TikTok of how these individuals came to power in Qatar, leading the Hamas political bureau from hundreds of miles away from Gaza. This all started.
Guys, is there anything left of Hamas's leadership? I think like they're all. Are we not, like, at what point are we still going to be talking about Hamas? Like, this is the end of Hamas, isn't it? Okay.
Last summer, when Israel.
Oh, Shauna just gave us a super chat. Let's read that. Shauna saying, PSA to all the non-Americans, protest season ends the day after Labor Day. If you try to mess up our holiday plans, it won't be cute. Okay. All right. Thank you, Shauna. I appreciate that. By the way, guys, speaking of, what happened to your free Palestine? Hey, where are the free Palestine people? Hey, did that stop the Israeli planes? Did that stop the Israeli guys? These people, they tried all around the world, in London, in Paris, in Toronto, in Washington, D.C. They come out in the streets trying to, in all social media, they're like, oh my God, we're making the world hate Israel so that we could increase international pressure on Israel so that we could get Israel out of Gaza. How is that working out? How is that working out for you? Because Israel, not only they haven't left Gaza, they just bombed Doha, motherfuckers. They just crossed all red lines. There are no red lines. They bombed. You think they're going to leave Gaza? They bombed Doha, a major U.S. ally. Do you think they give a shit about your international pressure when they fucking, like, you have to reevaluate. Like, all of these anti-Israeli free Palestine people, these fucking idiots, right? They're like, oh my God, we're gonna stop buying at McDonald's and Starbucks, and we're gonna stop drinking Coke, and all of this pressure is going to one day, I don't know, do what? They just fucking bombed Doha. Israel doesn't give a shit about your international pressure. Do you understand what the signal Israel is sending to the world when they bomb Doha? That means there's no international pressure that will have any effect on Israel. This is a major, and guys, they have no chills. They have no chills. You kill Israelis, they will kill you. It doesn't matter. I think if Hamas was living under the White House, these people will go bomb the fucking White House. Okay. Right. They're like, hey, Trump, get the hell out. Hey, they call Trump like, hey, get out of there. We have to bomb your house. Okay. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, we got 2 more super chats. Hold on. Let me just respond to this. Oh, so A is saying 2C report says Trump told Israel where and when Hamas was meeting. Okay, Trump told Israel. I think Israel has better knowledge than Trump regarding where and when Hamas is meeting. I think it's actually the other way around. I think Israel is the one who tells America. But I might be wrong. Sean is saying there was only 2 protesters on the bridge in Seattle. Arabs always get Americans wrong. Yeah, thank you, Shana. And then we have Atheist saying, do you think they're gonna bomb Turkey too? I mean, Turkey is part of NATO, so bombing Turkey is like bombing NATO. So I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know. You don't bomb NATO. Okay, so I don't know about that one. That's another whole.
Ismail Haniyeh, the leader of Hamas, was killed by the Israelis in the Iranian capital of Tehran. After that took place, Hamas consolidated their power in Qatar to continue leading operations inside Gaza and the West Bank. And according to initial reports, Khalil al-Hayya and Zakhir Jabarin were the 2 targets behind the Israeli strikes today in Doha. And again, the Qataris are immediately coming out and condemning these strikes against their territory. The country's spokesman for the foreign minister says the state of Qatar condemns in the strongest terms the cowardly Israeli attack targeting the resident.
You know, guys, did Qatar have this strong of a statement when the Islamic Republic bombed Qatar just recently? Did they call it this cowardly act of? They didn't. Their statement. How is it when the Islamic Republic bombs Qatar? Is Qatar is like, hey, this is? Can we Can we just play nice? Here, look at the statement here. And what are you going to do about it, Qatar? What are you going to do about it? Guys, by the way, what do you think this is going to do to the Abrahamic Accord? Because a lot of people are probably going to come out and say like, oh my God, the Abrahamic Accord is over. It's over. However, I think that this is the best thing to do for the Abrahamic Accord. I might be wrong, but short term, it might delay it. But long term, the Arab countries around the Persian Gulf, they're going to realize that these motherfuckers have no chill. We need to get on their side. These people, we were like, oh, for the Abrahamic Accords to happen, you need to do this. You have to recognize the Palestine as a country. You have to do, this and this. And these are a condition for the Abrahamic Accords, okay? And Israel is like, how about I bomb Doha? Huh? How about I bomb Doha? You guys need me, motherfuckers. You guys need me. You know that oil and gas is not going to produce as much revenue for you forever. You guys cannot defend shit. You guys have the most powerful weaponry in the world, and you guys have no fucking clue how to use it. Okay, look at what I can do. Look at what I'm fighting. I'm fighting 7 different armies at the same time, and I'm winning. Saudi Arabia, you with all your weaponry, you couldn't even deal with the Houthis. Look at what I'm doing. I'm the king of this area. Israel is the leader of this entire region. I'm the boss around here. You guys fucking need me. You don't dictate terms to me. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, and you guys will come and thank me. I'm getting rid of Hamas for you, motherfuckers. I'm getting rid of the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay, so I think all of these Persian Gulf Arab countries, they're gonna come and bend the knee at some point to the Abrahamic Accord. They need they need Israel. Okay, Israel has the upper hand in the entire region. They see everything. They are everywhere. They see everything. What are you gonna do? Look at these people. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Israel just bomb your leaders, you fucking idiots. This is not going to do nothing. Here, I'm going to bomb you. Ban because you're spamming the page. There, done. I mean, I think. Oh, Kenny already did that. Thank you. Thank you, Kenny. Thanks, Kenny. Okay, so let's continue
Qatar
this.
condemns in the strongest terms the cowardly Israeli attack targeting the residential headquarters of several members of the Hamas political bureau in the Qatari capital of Doha. This is
Somebody saying, Mark is saying the pro-pallies are losing it. Oh my God, they're screaming, running around, pulling out their hairs, like ah.
very significant, Bill, because when we step back from this, these were the individuals at the negotiating table in these ongoing conversations to try and get the remaining 48 hostages out of Gaza. And now there are major questions about who will lead those negotiations.
And Greg, this is Dana. I wonder about the element of surprise here, because we woke up this morning to news that Bibi Netanyahu and the Israeli government have told Gaza to evacuate. And so that operation looks like it's happening. And in the meantime, you have the Hamas leaders who have been kind of sitting pretty there in Qatar. And the element of surprise here could have been something because they had their eye off the ball.
I mean, nobody saw this coming. You didn't even have to have your eye off the ball. Even if you had your eye on the ball, your eye would be on the wrong ball, because nobody saw this coming. I'm telling you, nobody in the wildest dreams could have imagined that Israel will one day bomb Doha.
Absolutely. Yeah. We were sitting here in our bureau, and all of a sudden we're seeing smoke on the horizon from a shot in Doha. Utter surprise about what was going on, opening up another front. Remember, Israel has never struck Doha, has never struck Qatar. Qatar is a safe ground, a neutral ground, a mediating ground for this whole operation, and really one of the key players in any possibility that a peaceful resolution of this crisis could come out. As Trey noted, yes, these individuals were orchestrating a lot of the bad stuff going on in Gaza, but they were...
Yeah, by the way, guys, this is completely legitimate strike, completely in line with the international order, laws, and also morality. Qatar, this is an official. When you fund Hamas, this is an official declaration of war against Israel. When you fund Hamas, knowing that Hamas is trying to annihilate Israel, you become a legit target. Your territory becomes a legitimate target.
Were also the public face of Hamas, and they were dealing with Egypt and Qatar and Steve Witkoff and other individuals to kill them. Basically says from Israel that they've had it with any kind of negotiations. Already in the past day or so, we've heard words that Gaza City must be completely evacuated. They're throwing in the dice on this. It looks like it's full steam ahead
talk
for
about the American
full-scale
presence in
war by
Qatar.
Israel. Back to you.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Thank you. Greg Palcott and Trey Ying's both working that story. I think it's worth pointing out that the video we're watching right there is in Qatar. It's daylight still there. And Israeli media in some corners are reporting that President Trump gave his approval for this hit. And if you remember, on Sunday en route to the U.S. Open, he put out one of these warnings on True Social about Hamas and the Israeli government accepting the terms. Otherwise, you'll find out soon what happens, just to paraphrase what that message was on Sunday. So it is all happening now. The fallout from this is really yet to be determined, but we'll stay on it.
All right, let's go, guys. Are you guys interested to see how Al Jazeera is reporting on this? I want to see what they focus on. So we could see the difference between Fox News and Al Jazeera. But before I go that, let's go to look at the super chat. Seth is saying Israel now at war with MB. Are you talking about MB? Oh, so Qatar, Syria, Gaza, and Turkey. Qatar. Well, I think it's not a war with Qatar. I think they just basically got rid of Hamas. Honestly, if Qataris knew what's good for them, they would welcome this, because this was a tumor that was growing in Qatar. So this is actually doing. Israel just did a chemotherapy on Qatar. So Qataris should be appreciating this. And also, yeah. So Gaza, Turkey. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's also see what Katya is saying here. Thank you for the super chat. Saying some say Turkey would be the new Iran. Thoughts? Honestly, after the Islamic Republic, first of all, not the new Iran. You mean the new Islamic Republic? Honestly, after the Islamic Republic falls, I would be more worried. I mean, Turkey is obviously an issue, but I am more worried about Pakistan than I'm worried about Turkey. But we'll see. I mean, obviously, Turkey will always be an issue, but Pakistan is another it's, I think we need to focus our attentions on Pakistan at some point. But anyways, that's years from now. We'll see what happens first. We first have to focus on getting rid of the Islamic Republic. We could focus on all of that later. Let's see what the Al Jazeera. This is coming from Doha. Let's see
Our
what
audiences at home, if you're just joining us, it's gone just past 14 GMT. That's 5 p.m. here locally in Doha, the capital of the state of Qatar. Let's remind you, of course, of our breaking news that the Israeli military has carried out airstrikes on Hamas leadership here in Qatar. Loud explosions could be heard in the capital and plumes of smoke can be seen rising. Israeli media reports that Khalil al-Hayya and Zahir Jabarin, part of Hamas's negotiation delegation, were among the targets of the strike. Hamas officials say that all members of that leadership delegation have survived that attack. Now,
So Hamas is saying they all survived. Israel is saying that this was a successful hit. Again, we have to see. We have to see. We're not going to judge until we get more confirmation. Okay, this is just the early hours.
Qatar's foreign ministry has released a statement on the strike saying the state of Qatar condemns in the strongest terms the cowardly Israeli attack targeting residential buildings housing several members of the Hamas political bureau in the Qatari capital, Doha. This criminal attack constitutes a flagrant violation of all international laws and norms and a serious threat to the security and safety of Qataris and residents.
There's no so wait, look at the Qataris statement. They're saying this is a serious threat to the security and safety of Qatari. Wait, hold on. What was the norms part? Hold on. Let's go back to the statement of Qataris. Hold on. This statement is important.
On the strike, saying the state of Qatar condemns in the strongest terms the cowardly Israeli attack.
Cowardly? How is it cowardly? This was extremely brave.
Targeting residential buildings housing several
residential buildings with Hamas members in it. I mean, you're saying that there are Hamas members in it yourself.
Several members of the Hamas political bureau.
They're admitting that Hamas members were in there. So why are you emphasizing that it was residential? Hamas members were in
the Qatari capital, Doha. This criminal attack constitutes a flagrant violation of all international laws and norms.
Hey, Qatar, you know what's a violation of international laws and norms? Funding Hamas and harboring them in your country as a base of operations against Israel. Those are violation of all international laws and norms, motherfuckers. Unbelievable. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Let me go back.
And a serious threat to the security and safety of Qataris and residents.
Some people in the chat are saying, fuck Israel. Hey, how is that working out for you? How is that working out for you? What is this like, hey, free Palestine, fuck Israel? What is that? What has that done for you? Look, Israel is just going through you guys. Okay, like hot knife through butter. What is that? What is all the watermelons in the chats, the Palestinian flags, free Palestine? What is that? What did that ever do for you? It has not phased Israel at all. Israel is like not even a scratch on Israel. Like it has nothing. You have produced nothing. Israel is just eliminating your entire resistance one by one. None of the bullshit that you're posting has had any effect. But keep trying. Maybe one day, huh?
Of Qatar. The ministry affirms that security agencies, civil defense, and relevant authorities immediately began responding to the incident and taking the necessary measures to contain its consequences and ensure the safety of residents and surrounding areas. The Qatari statement goes on to say, while strongly condemning this attack, the state of Qatar affirms that it will not tolerate this reckless Israeli behavior and its continued tampering.
What are you going to do about it? You're not going to tolerate it. Are you going to attack Israel? What are you going to do?
With regional security as well.
Sit down, boy. Sit down. Shh. Israel will come, do whatever it wants, and then leaves when it's done. You just shh. You just have to take it. There's nothing else you could do. Maybe buy another plane for Trump.
Well as any action targeting its security and sovereignty. Investigations, it says, are underway at the highest level, and further details will be announced as soon as they become available. Well, the Israeli army has also issued a statement saying the Air Force recently carried out a targeted strike against senior members of the Hamas terrorist organization. The targeted leaders had been instrumental in the organization's activities for many years and are directly responsible for the October 7 massacre and the
So, guys, anybody who's directly responsible is a target. That includes Khamenei. Khamenei, guys, I hope they will one day come for Khamenei.
ongoing.
Do you guys think we will see it? Do you guys think we will see it? This would be the big killing of Khamenei by Israel would be the greatest gift Israel has given to the entire world. It would be an act of revenge, well deserved for Israelis, but it's not just going to be benefiting Israelis. The entire world should be thanking Israel if they do that one. I mean, the entire world should be thanking Israel right now for the service that they're doing. Look at this. They're killing the enemies of the world. Everybody in the world should be in the streets thanking Israel right now. But nope, people are idiots. So many people are idiots.
War against the state of Israel. Prior to the strike, measures were taken to minimize harm to civilians, including the use of precision-guided munitions and additional intelligence information.
Guys, we need to see what happens in the next 24 hours. It's very, very important to see what the reaction of the U.S. is going to be. I know a lot of people are waiting to see in the next 24 hours if we're going to get confirmation if these people are dead or not. But for me, I care more about the White House confirming if this was okay with them or not, or if they welcome this or not. I think that is more important, because if the U.S. has greenlit this, or if the U.S. is okay with this, that means that Israel has been completely unleashed and the axis of resistance days are numbered.
Right. Well, we have Nida Ibrahim, our correspondent here on set. Nida, what updates are you getting now on what's happening?
We still do not have any confirmation from the Israeli sources if the assassination attempt was successful or not, if someone had been killed or not. But we're hearing Israeli military officials calling it the Fire Summit. And why they're calling it that? It's because the Americans have proposed to Hamas a new ceasefire deal that the Hamas delegation, the senior leadership.
By the way, guys, how many of you think that this could have been a response to the Jerusalem attack we just saw recently in Israel? Was this something that was planned from earlier, or was this in response to the attack on the bus in Jerusalem? Anybody? Do you guys have any guesses on this?
Of Hamas have been meeting to discuss it. And after that, we've heard these loud explosions that were later appeared to be this assassination.
Oh my God. Guys, I love how angry the anti-Israelis are in the chat. Somebody's saying, fuck Israel and fuck you, cunt. Oh my, look at the butthurt. Ooh, the butthurt is so, wow. I love seeing the tears of these anti-Jewish, these racists and these Islamists and the anti-Semites. Oh my God, your hate brings me joy. The butthurt, the pain that you feel. You know, you come here and you see that we're celebrating Israel and you cry and you're so upset and you try to swear. Oh, this is oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. Just keep showing us your butthurt. Oh yeah, the flags of Palestine is also a representation of your butthurt. Say free Palestine so we could laugh at you. Guys, keep saying free Palestine so we could point at them and laugh. When they say free Palestine, point and laugh. Okay? All right. You guys like how I pissed them off? I like how I pissed them off.
Attempt and attack. Of course, we've been reporting there, Sarah, that the Al Jazeera has been talking to some Hamas people who are saying that no one has been injured during these strikes, but still it remains to be seen if anyone was harmed or.
Oh, look at this. Somebody's saying Armin is a European white fascist. Somebody who's using the skin color of a person as an insult is calling me a fascist. Okay, sure. Wow.
Injured. The Israeli media is talking about several names, including, as you say there, Khalil.
Why are so many people in the chat are calling me white? You think that's an insult? This is insane. There are more people calling me like white fascist, white, and then the start of David Armin, white Zionist Armin. Guys, do I need a tan? Do I need a tan? I think I haven't been out for a while. I think I need a tan. Is that the issue? I think they're just trying to tell me that you need to go get some sun.
The head of the delegation, as well as Khalid Mash'al, who himself was previously the political bureau chief of the party before he's been replaced. And we're talking about names like Hussam Badran, Tahir Nounu, Musa Abu Marzouk, all senior leaderships of Hamas that we're yet to see what has happened to them. We are seeing also Israeli media talking about this decision coming jointly, not just by Israel, but also by the US as well. Of course, we are still waiting for a White House confirmation from our teams there, but we are.
Yeah, guys, the White House is still quiet about this. Come on, White House. Are you happy? White House, I want to see. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT. Hey. Okay, hold on. And if the House has said anything. Okay, I'm gonna check with ChatGPT if there's any new confirmations on who's dead and whether the White House has said anything. So let's see what the ChatGPT says. Okay, so let's watch this.
We can see that across the board in the Israeli political scene, Israeli military scene, there's a lot of jubilation. There are a lot of congratulations, if you may. We've seen Yair Lapid, the head of the opposition, talking about an exceptional.
Yes, guys, see the opposite, guys. People like, oh, Netanyahu is the evil in Israel. Maybe their opposition is good. The opposition is congratulating Bibi on this. The opposition in Israel is congratulating Bibi on this. When it comes to Israel's enemy, Israel is united. The only differences that they might have is in Gaza, and that's because of the hostages, not because they disagree on Hamas. When it comes to Hamas, when it comes to the Islamic Republic, when it comes to Qatar, when it comes to all the enemies of Israel, Israelis are united. They just have some disagreements regarding the strategy in Gaza because of the hostages. But when it comes to their view regarding all of these having to be eliminated, Israelis are mostly on the same page on that. But just the hostages. And the reason why they have some disagreements for the hostages is because, I mean, they care about the hostages. That's why. Let me see. Shauna just gave us a super chat. Shauna is saying, I mean, Celts probably got chariots and women from pro-Iranians. So maybe you are part white. I don't know. Yeah, I'm part white. I don't care. I think they're just telling me to go get some sun. I think that's what they're telling me.
Operation in the heart of Doha.
And as you said that this is Israel.
Somebody is saying thank you, Israel, from India. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the Indians in the chat who are supporting Israel. Appreciate you guys.
Israeli media that's reporting that this was greenlit by the US. Speaking to our senior political analyst.
Okay, so ChatGPT is using Reuters, AP, and Al Jazeera to says that nobody has non-reliably regarding who's dead, non-reliably confirmed by independent official or independent or Hamas or Qatari official channels. Some Israelis and regional outlets say Khalil al-Haya was killed, but other reports, including Hamas and Qatari linked sources, say the senior negotiators survived and the casualty list is still unclear. So who's reported or suspected to be but unverified? Names circulating in media: Khalil al-Haya, Khalid Mash'al. Oh my God, please. If Khalid Mash'al is dead, I would be so happy. Khalid Mash'al, that would be good. Zahir Jabarian and Musa Abu Marzuqa. Okay, so several guys, these are some of the most senior leaders of Hamas. So we don't know if they're dead or not, but especially Khalid Mash'al, if he's dead, I would be very happy. Several outlets list them as targets or possibly hit, but those reports conflict. So let's see regarding White House or the U.S. position. U.S. officials say they were notified ahead of the strike in some reporting, but the White House has not publicly confirmed giving approval, and U.S. spokespeople have largely declined to detail U.S. involvement. So bottom line is that media reports conflict. No uncontested official casualty list for Hamas leaders yet. So we have to see. We have to see. Oh, look at this! Somebody just spammed the chat with the Free Palestine hearts and stuff. And you were immediately eliminated by Kenny, the admin in the chat. Kenny just got rid of you like that. That was so much effort. You put so much time and effort to go and make another account, register an account, make a message, copy and paste the Palestine, and Kenny just went like zap, like a mosquito. They just got rid of you like that. Okay, guys, you guys do understand that doesn't actually. It's actually entertaining for you to come and try so hard to disrupt the chat, and we have the admins just getting rid of you like that. Do you guys know that that's actually entertaining for us to watch you try so hard and achieve nothing? I mean, that's basically you trying to spam the chat is a good representation of the Palestinian cause. So much effort and zero gains. Perfectly demonstrated by the spammers in the chat. Oh, Amit just gave us a super chat saying, "Have you heard about Fear the Rue YouTube channel?" No, I have not. All right, thank you for the super chat. Let's watch this.
One, he had said that it would be very surprising if it hadn't, that it hadn't known about it, considering that the biggest US base is here in Qatar.
Indeed, and we've seen how Netanyahu has been moving on with his plans, really not caring about any soul.
So here's the thing, now that I think about it, so Qatar, US has one of its major Middle Eastern bases in Qatar, right? So we think Qatar is a major ally of the United States, and we're like, oh my God, what happened? Like, how could Israel attack a major US ally? But if you think about it, what is Qatar going to do? Qatar needs the United States more than the United States needs Qatar. Qatar could just go like, oh, no, you shouldn't have done that. What are you going to do? Close down U.S. military base? Qatar is the only reason why Qatar could defend itself is because of U.S. presence. So I think Trump recognizes how much leverage they have over Qatar. They took the plane. What are you going to do, right? So, I mean, like, what is Qatar going to do? Like, close down the reason why they have so much security in the region? No. So they just have to take it. There's absolutely nothing they could do. There's nothing they could do. Oh my God, fucking idiot.
In the world other than President Donald Trump.
I mean, yes, you're right. Sorry, they can cry. But yeah, given that there's nothing Qatar could do, and they just have to accept, they're not going to be anti-US. They cannot be anti-US. The US is giving them. They rely too much on the US. And so, yeah, I mean, Israel, it makes sense why they did this, because what are the consequences to Israel? In fact, if anything, I think this is going to escalate getting to the Abrahamic Accord sooner, because these countries are going to be like, yeah, okay, this guy has no shell. We just have to be friends with him because he has full control of this area. Like, none of you can do what Israel can do.
So it would be surprising if Israel has conducted this assassination attempt without the at least knowledge of the U.S. administration. As we've said again and again, that Netanyahu cares about Donald Trump's opinion. He would not go on such an attack against Qatar, a place, as you say, that holds the largest American base in the region, without that prior potential coordination. Now, Israeli media is also saying that the members of the mini or the small security cabinet have been aware of that attack before it happened, and their members have been asked to remain and keep the basically the operation and the information under a lid until it actually happens.
Okay, thanks, Nida. Stay with us. Obviously, we are going to Charles Stratford, though, because he is at the location of the attack here in Doha. Charles, what are you seeing, and what's the latest you're hearing from where you are, where those explosions happened?
Well, we understand the targeted site is in the area behind us, as you can see. I'll just step out of the frame there. The police basically cordoning the area off. We're unable to get into that area. Just to give you a bit of context, though, geographically, this is a large residential area containing a lot of foreign embassies. it's an area that
Wow, they actually hit an area with foreign embassies. Guys, no red lines. No red lines for Israel. Unbelievable. This is crazy. This is amazing.
as is the case right the way across.
Do you guys understand how hopeful this makes us Iranians? That when Israel shows that it has no red lines, that means that Khamenei could be next. Khamenei could be next. By the way, look at the street sign here. Is that a man in an in an Arabian clothing thing on the sign here? That's cute. Okay, funny. Or is that a woman in the chador?
Qatar is very.
Somebody in the chat is saying, "Shame on you! Oh shame on you, Adam! Shame on you! Oh no! Oh shame on me! Wow! You hurt my feelings! You hurt my feelings!" Annie vlog. Wow! So sad. You made me so sad. Shame on me. Oh wait, he's saying, how do you sleep after supporting genociders and terrorists who kill kids? I don't support Hamas, any vlog. I support Israel. You're a fucking moron. It's like he's like, where's your oh my god, this person is so funny. Wait, hold on, where is it? No, not that one. Here. Where's your humanity? My humanity, I'm demonstrating my humanity by supporting Israel, who's basically eliminating one by one the enemies of humanity. That's where my humanity is. But this is so funny. Like, where's your humanity? Okay, are you for real? Are you for real? This is so funny.
Secure. But there is a great sense of anxiety, certainly amongst the people that you can't see, that are off camera. A lot of people, as you can imagine, on their phones trying to get updates. There has been a message put out by the US Embassy in the last hour or so, saying that US citizens should shelter during what it describes as a missile strike. But yeah, this comes as a great shock to Qatar, a country renowned for its security. We've heard the Qatari Foreign Ministry obviously roundly denounced this attack, saying it's a flagrant violation of international law. But yeah, very difficult, as you can imagine, to get access to what is being reported as being a residential compound or a house in which.
Why do they keep calling it a residential compound? There were Hamas people there. Am I supposed to not attack Hamas leaders when they go into their home because it's now residential? Like, what the hell are you talking about? There were Hamas leaders over there. I don't give a shit that it was residential. Like, what is this?
There were meetings, and participating in those meetings were members of the Hamas negotiating team. But as you say, a statement by Hamas saying, certainly thus far, that no casualties amongst that team.
And, Israel is now calling this strike on the Hamas leadership summit of fire. Hamas has told Al Jazeera that no one has been killed in that attack.
So I don't know. Like, now they're saying nobody has been killed. Everybody
looking at where
has
you
been
are,
killed.
recognizing the fact that you said there are plenty of embassies.
By the way, guys, you should appreciate that I didn't jump on the bandwagon of, I don't know, 5 Hamas leaders have been killed, okay? Like, I am a skeptical person. Like, people are saying the entire Hamas leadership in Qatar was eliminated. I mean, these are from people from our side. You know, I always wait to get the confirmation. I always say, like, I don't know. We'll see. Some people say they weren't killed. Some people say they were killed. I always wait. I hope. I mean, it would be better for our channel to come and say, like, oh my God, everybody died. Yay. Right? I mean, we get more clicks and more views. But I come and say, like, hey, I don't know. We'll see. This is the early hours. So you should appreciate my skepticism for waiting. I don't just chase views and likes and clicks, okay? Because it would be better for me to just jump and say, like, oh my God, we won, everyone dead, and then we had so many likes, and then, I mean, even if I'm wrong, the YouTube channels or others, social media outlets, they don't pay much consequences for getting it wrong. If you just jump on the hype, you get a lot of views, and there's no consequences for getting it wrong. So it would be But I'm not doing that. I'm saying like, I don't know. Okay, you should appreciate that honesty that I have here.
For those that don't know, there's a number of embassies there, and of course a huge expat community from around the world. I'm sure those embassies will be very much concerned for their citizens.
That's right. As I say, an alert was put out by the US Embassy. This is one of two main areas in Qatar where there are foreign embassies from around the world. But
by the way, you know why this is also significant? Because there are some guesses that Khamenei is hiding under the ground in Iran, and his hole is under embassies. Some people suggest that because they assume that Israel will not dare bomb an area in Tehran where the embassies are. Okay. But if that's true, now Khamenei can see, Khamenei might be pissing his pants right now, or whatever he's wearing. They don't wear pants, do they? Whatever mullahs wear, he's pissing that. Because there are no red lines. There are no red lines. There are no red lines.
This is
what do mullahs wear under their whatever that thing is called? I don't know.
It's easy to say, or it's correct to say, that this is a very high-end.
Somebody's saying stop warmongering. Yeah. That's why we support Israel. We support Israel because Israel ends wars by killing people who want to wage war.
Residential area. There are many civilians that live here. There are schools close by as well. There's a Lebanese school.
Oh, okay. Al Jazeera, shut the fuck up. There's schools close by. Well, they didn't bomb the schools. These were targeted strikes. Like, oh, you just bombed Hamas. Well, over there's a school. Okay, but they didn't bomb the school. Yeah, but it's close. Yeah, but they didn't bomb the school. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
School that isn't far from here. These attacks happen.
Oh, look, the Iranians in the chat are saying, Parchame Falestino, Bokon Tukunet. This is the Iranians in the chat are writing in Persian that shove the Palestinian flag up your ass. Guys, this is a message from our Iranians in the chat. They're saying shove the Palestinian flag up your ass. That's a message from Iran, from the Iranians.
And after school hours, it's understood. But yeah, you're right in saying that there are a lot of very panicked and stressed people at the moment because the echoes of these explosions were heard right the way across the city and even further afield. At least 5 bangs we heard. So you can imagine for a community, a country that has never seen anything like this before, it comes as a great shock. So there'll be a lot of very nervous people going into this evening here in Qatar.
This is so unusual for people in Qatar. The people in Qatar have never experienced stuff like this before.
And of course, Charles, it reminds us really as residents here, that feeling of when an attack happened recently by Iran because of the Israeli and US attacks on its nuclear sites. Talk us through what had happened at the time.
All right, I think these people are so slow. I'm not going to deal with them anymore. Let me see. Is there any confirmation that any of these people died? Guys, I hope that they died already. I really hope that they died. But even if they didn't die, this is really impressive. This is really impressive. What do you guys think? All right, guys. All right, let me see. Let me actually respond to some of your comments in the chat, because I'm enjoying how butthurt some of you are getting. Let me see. Bring it on. What else do you have? What else do you have? Oh, did the haters leave? I think the haters gave up. Where's that lady that was like, oh my God, where's your humanity? Free Gaza from Palestine. Oh, I love that. There's an Iranian immortal in the chat saying free Gaza from Palestine. Wow, love it. Love that message. I'm gonna steal that from you. Yes, free Gaza from Palestine. That's perfect. Free Qatar. Oh, Jack is saying free Qatar from Hamas. That's a good one as well. They just did. I hope. Free the pagers. Yes, stop the genocide on pagers. Pager lives matter. PLM. Pager lives matter. Free the pagers. La ilaha illallah. Musa Rasulullah. What the hell? Who is this guy? Love you, BB. People are appreciating BB. Free pages from Qatar. Guys, let me tell you something that I thought. I thought that if Israel attacks Qatar to remove the Hamas people, they would do it in a way that they would have plausible deniability, meaning that they would do some, I don't know, poison, maybe somebody will shoot somebody in the street, or maybe another something like a pager attack, so that they could, like, even if they do take out the Hamas leaders, Israel would do it in a way that it could be like, yeah, we're not going to deny, we're not going to confirm or deny anything. Okay, so just so that you could be avoiding, international laws and stuff like that, right? But yeah, I thought, yeah, exactly. Amir saying Musara operation. I thought so too. That's what I think they would do. But they're like, no, chill. They're like, how about we just drop some bombs on your heads? Because this is not just taking out of Hamas. This is a signal to the entire international world that we don't give a shit what you guys think. We're going to destroy our enemies. Because they didn't even go with plausible deniability. They're like, yeah, this was us. We bombed Doha. We bombed Doha, motherfuckers. What are you going to do about it? People are like, oh, Israel is going to be internationally isolated. Look at the stock market. Look at Israel's stock market right now, even in response to this attack. Oh no, guys, some Israelis even say that. Like, oh, but the world is going to isolate us, and this is not good for us. Look at the best indication of whether or not you're going to be isolated is your stock market. You're fine. You're destroying your enemies should be your priority, because Israel suffers from instability in the region. If the world sees, if the markets, if the investments see that you're becoming more stable but destroying your enemies, you're going to have a beautiful future. Fuck the people who are saying free Palestine. Fuck all these people. Fuck all the people who are supporting the Palestinian cause. Fuck every single one of them. You should not give in to that pressure. Look at your history, Israelis. Look at your history. Every time you won was because you didn't give in to pressure and you did what was necessary. Every time you lost, you didn't lose it ever. Every time there was a setback, it was because you gave in to international pressure. And now Israel has learned, fuck international pressure. We do what we need to do, including bombing the shit out of Doha. Good job, Israel. Proud of you. Proud of you, and I thank you. You're doing what the rest of the world is refusing to do. You're doing the rest of the world's dirty work. You're taking out the world's enemies, and you don't give a shit about other people's opinions. You're doing what is necessary. And the whole world should be grateful. And the world is not grateful, but guess what? I am grateful, and the Iranian people are grateful. Oh, where's my flag? You guys cannot see my flag. My beautiful, beautiful Iranian flag. My pointing did not work. Okay. I am grateful, and the Iranian people are grateful. There we go. That worked out. Okay. Somebody's saying, you are a homosexual. Wow. In the chat. Wow, what an amazing takedown. Faceless music. You are a homosexual. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Wow, what you are gay. You gay. Okay. Anything else? Oh my god, I like how stupid the Palpatine people are. I like how stupid they are. They're just so funny. Like, oh my god, you're supporting genocide. You gay. You gay. Only gay people support genocide. Only gay. All right, guys. All right, we're having too much fun. Why are you gay? All right, we're having too much fun. We should end the stream. Okay, so overall, this has been great news. even if they didn't die, the fact that Israel has no chill and is bombing Doha, that is already great news. But it would be much sweeter news if they're dead. If they're dead. Okay, so let's see if on the next stream I could come with some good news for you guys or not. We'll see. Yeah, Kenny saying great show, Armin. Well, thank you, Amir. Thank you, Shana. Thank you, Nail Bunny. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. And I'm gonna end this. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Recommend this channel to people. Subscribe and yes, recommend Atheist Republic. We're doing some really good work here. So advertise it. Word of mouth is the best way for this channel to grow. So go tell people to come subscribe to Atheist Republic on YouTube. All right. Okay, guys. Bye. Oh wait, I'm Israel Chai, Javicha. Love you guys. Mwah. See you next stream. Why are you gay?